Hope you're well. It's Raymond Wood. I'm here live in London at Wembley Stadium. We're here for the next 2 weeks on an amazing football tour. Also, we're going to be coming live as we work through on our football agents. And we've also got deals and contracts, and there's going to be a heap of stuff that we're going to showcase. This is our monthly Triple P full-time program update meeting. So it gives everyone an opportunity who's on the full-time program to be able to ask any questions, any areas that you're struggling with. If you've got any like major personal issues or there's payments issues, anything like that, guys, we ask all that to be saved just by dropping us an email to service@proplayerpathway.com. But if you've got general things that you want help with, advice with, you want ideas on different things, this gives you guys a 30-minute window of opportunity to drop in some of the questions. Now, I've just finished a great call with Zach Olsen. That went really, really well. And we're going to be posting a video to you in the next 24 hours. We've actually done a 25 to 30-minute video, me and Zach together. Zach's one of our players who's been with us for 2 years. And one of the areas that we covered on this call was the amount of hours that you should be doing. Also, what the differences are between football related hours and also non-football related hours, but also things like when you're doing things like recovery work and recovery walks, how you can access to be able to set your heart rate correctly. So this is all driven by you guys. Now I can see at the moment we've got about 7 or 8 users who've jumped in. And I'm just going to have a little look on my phone in the school community to see if we did get any questions. Now, what I'm going to ask is everyone to put your, let me see, just to put your microphones on mute. And then if you guys want to drop in a question into the comments, I'm going to be here to help you answer that as best as I can. And then we can go from there. So, guys, can anyone, if you've got any questions or concerns, feel free to start dropping them questions into the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. What I am going to do is for the first 5 minutes, I'm going to share my screen with everyone. And when I share my screen, I'm just going to showcase to you guys the Pro Player Pathway. So you can see we're currently live on this call at the moment, which is fantastic. Now, a couple of updates that we've put into the community for anyone who's missed it. We've got our subheadings all the way along here. And the 2 big ones that we want to make you aware of, or sorry, 3 big ones, is match analysis is the first one. And you'll notice there's a new comment and post in here on how to actually log your match objectives. This is a great video to watch if you're like going, how the hell do I log these objectives? What are my match objectives? So if you're a member of the full-time pro player program and you're a mum and dad and you're struggling, or maybe you're struggling trying to do it, this video is going to show you how to do it. Also, if you've got anything relating to match analysis, this is where we want you to log it in here. How do you do that? I'm going to show you. So if you click in here, let's put a title and let's say problems with match analysis. Then you could write what your problem is. Then when you select in here, it already pre-selects match analysis. And then if you then click post, it will then submit that for not only for me to see, but also it will submit for everyone else to see. So we need to be conscious that anything we're sharing in here, guys, we don't share anything untoward. It's got to be professional, good questions. We will then answer that. And the beauty of this is that question that you ask might actually help someone in the community as well. Also, we might have someone who's unsure about joining the full-time program or not. This is a great way for them to learn and ask if they wanna basically jump in and help out with that. Now, you'll also notice in the community, we've got GPS tracking. And if you click in here, we've got our post, which is perfect on there. And I'll just ask again, guys, if you haven't, can you make sure you've got your sound on mute for me? Just so you're not coming over the top of me, if that's okay. I'll just make sure everyone is on mute. I'll just mute you, Graham. Sorry about that. So yeah, when you join any of these calls, guys, if you can just jump onto mute for me, just so we don't hear the noise back. So you'll notice we've got 2 posts. So this is great. Cooper Clicksby's been integrating with us. So we'll talk about this in a moment. So first one I want you to be aware of again, guys, how to log GPS tracking and also report all things positive. It is that you need help with your GPS trackers. So first thing I would say is, guys, if you don't know how to log any of your GPS stats, this is the video you need to watch, and this is going to showcase how to do it. Also, I'm actually going to open up this post and let's have a little look who's wrote it. So Cooper, hi everybody, just looking for some advice as a goalkeeper. Should I use the GPS tracker or do I just record my games and upload them? Guys, whether you're a keeper or an outfield player, you should always have your GPS tracker on. Goalkeepers, admittedly, don't cover as much distance as a outfield player. But believe it or not, on average, goalkeepers still cover in excess of around 4 to 4.5 kilometers in a game. A lot of goalkeepers now, modern day goalkeepers, don't just stay in the 18-yard box. They actually come out and actually will use the back third of the pitch and become like the last defender, if you like. So also there's a lot of recovery runs, a lot of sprints out to clear balls. So yes, Cooper, we want to see you with your GPS tracker on. It is super, super important. So we hope that one helps you. Also, one of the other ones I want to just go through on here is you can see we've got things like the pro player full-time members, which is what we are now. We've also got general discussions, the life of a football agent, which is a great one. So you'll see all the posts in there. And we've got more and more that's going to be getting posted in there. Also, things like events, our giveaways, and also your questions in football. Okay. So hopefully that covers that for everyone. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop this screen share. I'm going to drop back to Zoom. And I am going to see if I can do that. There we go. I'm going to have a look at some of the questions in the chat. Now, I've not got any questions from anyone. Now, that's a good sign because that means that the school community is working. But guys, we've got about 15 minutes where I'm available to be here to answer questions. So if anyone's got a question and you want to jump online and turn your video and unmute yourself, I'll happily answer the question. Or if you want to drop the question in the comments, can you please do so? So guys, I am going to be here for the next couple of minutes, but if we don't get any questions coming in, then I will obviously just disconnect the call and I'll see you next month on our next monthly meeting. I've had a little look on the school community. There's no other questions dropped in there. So Zach, Andy, Dan, Parker, Manolo, anyone, if you've got a question, please feel free to drop it in the chat or unmute yourselves, and I'd love to help you out. Whilst I am waiting for questions. Hey, Parker.
Hello. I just wanted to ask about the GPS tracker because it's a bit hard to connect it. Like every single time I'm new, so I don't exactly know all the.
Great
So
question. So I'll help you with this. So I was in the hotel in London last night, and one of the mums and dads come up to me and said the same thing. We're having problems on connecting the GPS tracker. So I said,
yeah.
can you just show me how you're connecting the GPS tracker to your phone? So we were inside the reception of the hotel, and their mum started to turn on the tracker and tried to connect it. So the problem that I said to them straight away, you've got is that you need to be outdoors to first get that air to sky to the satellites to get the data on. And the first time you ever connect your GPS tracker, you need to be outside. So apologies if we never covered that in the instructions. If
Uh,
you've got any problems with your tracker, please go outdoors. Make sure you've got clear air to sky. Turn on your tracker. Try and connect it via the Bluetooth. And I'm pretty 99.9% sure you'll get rid of any problems you've got with the tracker. If
all
you
right.
are downloading a session, once you've recorded a session and your GPS is already paired to your phone or your device, you don't need to be outdoors for that. But when you first pair your device, you need to be outdoors to get the signals going with the satellites, and then you connect it to the Bluetooth on your device. Does that make sense?
Yes. But I connected it to it indoors.
Okay, so what you need to do is remove it. You've got your username and password, remove the app, Then go back through the process of doing it outdoors and connect it to the app, connect it to your device, and you'll find that that will put it in like what we call a normal mode or a normal state. If you've done it in the wrong order, and again, that might be our fault, maybe Stat Sports haven't advised you on how to connect it correctly. But give that a go. If you get any more problems, drop an email to service@proplayerpathway.com or drop me a message in the school community and we'll help you out. Does that make sense?
Yep, thank you.
Legend Parker. Anything else, mate?
No, thanks.
Thank you. Now, I've got a question that's come in as well. Any update on a Stats Pro team for full-time Triple P members? So, Stats Pro team, I believe that's the Dan H has posted that in. I believe that's the full-time program that Stat Sports do. We were in discussions and negotiations about trying to get access to that, but Stat Sports again increased the price on it, and we're still in communications with them. I'm actually speaking with Stat Sports whilst I'm in the UK next week. They're based over in Ireland. So we will give you a further update. Now, guys, there's nothing stopping you guys jumping in and purchasing. But what I'm going to say to you is, guys, our school community is about to change big time. And we're actually going to start to upload some of the very similar content to what they do, but also better content as well. And I won't mind saying that. So save your money. Don't register to it and pay for it, and see what happens with our partnership with them. But also our school community app is also going to be having a hell of a lot more content uploaded in the next 48 hours as well. So watch this space. Okay, next question. Manolo, where can we find the previous Zoom meetings in school? Okay, great question. Now, what I'll do is I'll share the screen. And if we go to school, and if you go to classroom, and then you should have one called monthly Zoom meetings, pro group Zoom monthly meetings. And if we go in there, you'll see all of the monthly meetings that we've done to date are all in there. And they've all got nice graphics and pictures on there, and you can work your way through them. So again, guys, if you're not aware that all these monthly meetings are here, these are great monthly meetings for you to watch. A lot of great information shared with you. So that was a great question. Thanks for that one. I'll just stop that screen share again, and we'll just jump back out. Okay, next question. How did the trials in the UK go? So Dan H, great question. Yeah, so we had 11 players go on trials in January, if that's what you mean, in our January trials that have just been. Also, we had all 11 players get offered at least one club or one academy to sign for, which was a huge achievement. The guys won't mind me sharing it, but we had a couple of guys, Pleiades and Tyler, and I think there was one other player who got offered two or more pro clubs or private academies. So again, that was a huge achievement. So congratulations on them. Zoom user. I remember last meeting you said that StatSport are going to maybe activate a younger age bracket, as currently only under 13. Yeah, guys, again, I'm meeting with them next week, and that's one of the discussion points we're having with them at the moment, is getting that bracket added in. But for now, if you're only 7 and 8, whatever the youngest bracket is in there, just select that bracket for now. In the bigger picture, it doesn't make any difference, guys. It's just an option that's going to be in there. But great question. Thanks for sending that in. So anyone who has got a boy or girl who's under the age of 13, even if they're only 7 or 8 or 6, just choose whatever the lowest age bracket is. Are you planning on any tours and trials in Spain? Yes, we are, guys. So June, July, we've got trials coming up to PSG and to Spain, Barcelona. If anyone's interested to join us this June and July, you are welcome to send an application in by dropping an email to service@proplayerpathway.com, and we'll consider your application. Obviously, we're in April already, so it's not long until we go for those June, July trials, but please drop us in. Sorry, Ray, meant the April UK EPL tour from this week, from Dan H. So that first question, how did the trials in the UK go? Guys, we've only just we've only just got here. We only got here in the last 24 hours, so not much has happened yet. We've done an activation session yesterday afternoon when we landed. Also, we've got players out with our professional coach Colin, who's come all the way down from Liverpool to work with us, and he's doing one-on-one sessions at the moment and assessing some of our players individually. But we will have more information, Dan, in the next couple of weeks once we've completed the tour and trials with players. So, guys, we haven't got any more questions in there. If anyone wants to ask a question, now's your chance. But if we don't get any more in the next 2 to 3 minutes, I will finish up the call. Let's see if there's anything more coming in. I don't think there's anything else in there at the moment. So, guys, if you want to connect in and ask me a question live on screen, that'd be good. If not, no worries. And or if you want to drop it in the comments, and I'll hang around for another 60 seconds or so. And if nothing drops in, then we'll end this call. Just to let you know as well, guys, we are going to be doing in the next 7 days. We're just waiting to have it confirmed, but we've got a very, very, very special guest joining us for our monthly Zoom meeting as well. So without confusing you too much, we've decided to do 2 of these meetings a month. So the meeting that we're currently doing at the moment is our monthly Triple P update. So this is basically just a full-time update meeting in regards to things like school, community, anything around the 8 pillars of the program, anything maybe around the book. Then obviously the monthly Zoom meeting that we do, that's where we bring a special guest on. Just to let everyone know, this meeting is also going to get dropped in what we call our monthly Zoom meetings as well. So we're going to basically include these as the same in that video that I just showed you before. And that way you can access them all in that course. And if you can't access that and you are a full-time member of the Pro Player Pathway, please send us an email to service@proplayerpathway.com, and our lovely team back in Brisbane and Asia will get that set up for you. Okay, great question. I love this one, Parker. When we complete our 5 objectives, are we able to go on tour, or is it fewer? Basically, Parker, if you want to come on one of our tours in April or September, you can apply for that straight away. Again, by sending an email to service@proplayerpathway.com. Or if you want to come on official trials, again, we can assess where you're at. So what we need to see is your objectives posted in to the community. Now, if anyone doesn't know how to post your objectives in, I'll show you once more before I end this call. So if we share the screen, if we go into the school community, if we go to classroom and then community on the left, and if we go to match analysis, if you watch this video here, this will show you how to log your objectives. And once you've logged your objectives, then you can send us an email to service@proplayerpathway.com, and then we can consider you for trials. Now, Parker, if we look at your stats and we don't think you're quite ready yet, don't be too disheartened. What we will do is we will tell you what you need to keep working on, which will be your objectives, and then we'll let you know when we think you're ready. But there's no harm in you applying, because what we can say to you is, look, we can consider you for next January or next June, July in 2026, and then you can let us know. Okay, I want to move to Spain in 2 years. Any man recommendations for academies, and can this program help me get there? So Manolo, yeah, 100%. Once your objectives are rolling, like we've just spoke about, once you've got 3 or 4 objectives completed on the full-time program, we can open up trials like that to Spain. Very, very easy. Is it possible to get the stats from SGA to be put on Oliver's file? Graham, all you need to do is, great question. If you just direct message me on the school community with his stats, if you're okay with us posting his personal information, we'd love to share them for everyone to see as well. And then we'd go from there for you. Do you have any trials in Real Madrid? Again, that's a great question, Sienna. If we ascertain that your level's of that level, what we would firstly do is get you into Spain to trial with some of their top girls or women's or boys or men's teams. And then if we believe you're good enough for that level, we would then 100% be able to open up an opportunity at Real Madrid. But remember, we don't promise just to get players straight to Real Madrid. Sometimes There's a process like you'll see behind me at the steps of Wembley. It's a step in process, guys. You've got to step your way through the program to be able to open up them opportunities. Is it possible? 100%. We've got players to Liverpool. We've got players to Bolton Wanderers, Manchester City. We've got players into Barcelona. I've got players. I've got a player who I worked with who's called Jude Bellingham, who's now currently playing at Real Madrid. So it's a 100% possible. Okay, question from Zoom user. What age can kids actually sign with clubs in the UK, and is it worth going on trials until that age? So depending again, guys, a lot of it comes down to things like passports, visas, and that. It doesn't matter what passport you've got. We can always open up opportunities in the UK, and we can ascertain visas through education. So there's two answers to this. If you've got access to a UK or an EU passport, you could go at any point for trials if you're deemed good enough based off your match objectives. If you're on a non-UK or a non-EU passport, so aka you've got an Australian or a US passport, we can get you over early for trials to get looked at the age of 13, 14, 15, but we won't be able to open up those education visas until players are 16 and 17. So it is on hold a little bit, if you like, but there's no stopping players going across. If you can financially afford the money to come across with us on a trip, and you want to get looked at by some pro clubs, the best environment to do it is come on one of our tours in April, like we're on now, or in September, October. We can get you looked at by clubs, definitely get you looked at by coaches. So then that way you not only have our feedback from Pro Player Pathway, but you also get feedback from those clubs and those coaches at those professional clubs as well. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, guys, we are about to wrap up. That's nearly our 30 minutes up, and we're about to head out for the day. If anyone has got any more questions, guys, feel free to drop it in the school community. I love getting your questions. Anyone who gives me a really, really good question, what I'm going to do is over the next 48 hours, I'm going to post it live on our socials from Wembley Stadium on Monday morning, and we'll make a special mention, and I'll choose a winner, and you can win a Premier League jersey, guys. So whoever drops in the best question into the school community in the next 24 hours, we'll announce it live from here, from Wembley Stadium on the pitch on Monday, and we'll include that in there for you. Guys, a big thank you for joining us. I hope you're all well wherever you are in the world, and we'll be in touch very soon.